Welcome to the All Blends Perfectly podcast. Keith, Ryan, Harrison, Coalition Properties, and friends talking about the intersection between lifestyle, real estate, culture, art, and everything in between because it all blends perfectly. All right, good people, welcome back to another episode of It All Blends Perfectly. I'm Harrison Beecher. This is Ryan Butler. And this is Keith James. And if you can not tell by the movement that is happening as we open up this conversation, today we're going to talk about something very important to all of us, to our lives. The soundtrack to our lives. Music, vibes, energy, bassline, lyrics, songs, poetry.
La música.
All that. It's so important. And this is something that, you know, in the vein of Coalition Properties, our aim and our goal and our mission to be the bridge to our community for all things real estate, lifestyle, and wealth building. Music is at the core of almost everything I consider lifestyle.
Indeed it is, brother.
We were bursting at the seams to even have this conversation and wanted to open up with some memories of youth and some of the first times that we interacted with some of our favorite songs and just memories that we have connected to it. So, Keith, let's start with you.
Man, you know, being from the South, I remember my mom fussing at me, right, for certain music I probably shouldn't have been listening to. But Pocket Full of Stones by UGK.
Yeah.
She was like, boy, what you got a pocket full of what? And Mom, I got a pocket full of stones in my pocket because I would go outside and get
actual
rocks.
pebbles and rocks.
Pebbles of rocks. I didn't know they were talking about, this is that song came out in 1992.
How old?
I was 4. I was 4 in 1992, you know? But man. Pocket Full of Stones. My mom was fussing at me, you know, boy, you better not listen to that no more when you heard it up. And shout out to my uncle. I heard it in his Geo Tracker when he was pumping it in 1992.
Gosh, a little Geo Tracker with the upgraded system, though? With the upgraded system?
Man, 12s in the back.
Gotta have some 12s in the back.
In the tracker, man. Yeah.
Bro.
And I remember like my first, like the tape, putting the tape into the player. My mom had this big, what is it called? The sound system?
The component
changer
system?
Yeah.
With the CD changer?
And it had the tape. The first tape I listened to was All Eyes on Me by Tupac.
Yep.
Came out in 1996. And Thug Passion. Give me some of that thug. Yeah, that was.
That was my joint.
That like that right there. That's the first
that
tape I ever
list?
listened to.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
And it brings back memories because, man, those parties we talked about on the last episode, like the vibes that my mom used to curate and the music impacted that.
It did
quite a bit. And Tupac, shout out to Tupac, man, a living legend, right? One of the best poets out there. And a lot of his music now.
The whole range of everything he talked about too. Like that's,
you know.
Yeah, he did a lot.
He did a lot, man. He did a lot. But that was like the beginning of, you know, music. And one more group that my mom loved. Because my memory of music is like riding to school and home from school with mom in the car.
Morning and evening.
You know, morning and evening, you know, 92.1 jams. Shout out to the radio station, Columbus, Mississippi. Man, Jodeci.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Jodeci, just listening to Jodeci, man. And I thought I was KC and JoJo, you know?
Farmer free.
Hit that note, beat.
You know?
But the unplugged version of Lately? Oh, come on, man.
Lately?
Unplugged version?
It's a classic, man. It's a classic. But you know.
When it's live, the live version. It's the live version.
Gotcha.
The live version.
But you know, though, they started out in the church.
Yes.
Right? They started out in the church.
Yeah,
That's how
those groups did.
A lot of those groups did start in the church, you know?
It's funny you talk about the unplugged one because there was a debate going on about who was better or who was the most extra, Cisco or Genuine. Did y'all see that? And I thought it was easy runaway Cisco.
Done, yeah.
But they gave a lot of evidence showing that Genuine was like what he did. He came on one time, it's like Genuine passed out in the back.
Oh,
and then they brought him out
106 in Park.
106 in Park.
Yeah.
I remember that episode. They brought him to life.
Hey, that was lit.
That was lit.
Hey, I was
That
like,
was lit.
Hey, shout out to a product of Prince George's County, Mr. Genuine from Maryland.
Yeah,
You know that? He's from Maryland.
Wow.
He's from Maryland. Maryland from Baltimore.
Wow.
PG County versus Baltimore City.
PG County versus Baltimore City.
My whole family sung, man. You know, in music, like my granddaddy was a singer. He sung in the quartet. You know, my uncles, they sung, and my mom was a singer. So music was kind of embedded in everything we did.
Now wait a minute, your mom wasn't just a singer.
Oh, yeah,
Your mom was a singer.
Bro? Come on.
Shout out to the Mississippi Mass Choir.
The Mississippi Mass Choir. And just think, you know, we will have consumers of this podcast that may not understand. how significant are they in just gospel and music growing up in like what 80s, 90s, early 2000s?
Man, I'm not tired yet, man. Classics, man. Silver and
literally
gold.
wasn't tired. They was going on
Silver
forever.
and gold, man. Like classics, and just hearing them, man. Growing up in the church, hearing them, and just hearing my mom. She would go to Jackson, Mississippi every Friday night to record, right, and come back. I didn't know, I know she was singing in the group. I knew she was singing in the choir, but to hear that stuff be released. And in the church around the South at that time in Mississippi, you would go to different churches. And they were like legends, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Legends in Mississippi, man. From the Delta.
I probably heard them if they came up to, because the CME big conference was in Birmingham one summer, and my dad's church was doing stuff there. They definitely came to sing at that, because that was like the Southern Conclave deal or whatever for that.
You see that blue and red robe, man?
Oh, yes.
The blue and red robe come out, it's about to be a show.
And it's fascinating how, they were so talented. Yeah. But churches in Mississippi not the biggest churches.
They're not, man.
So they bring these elite level talents, and they're just going around to the little churches around.
Yeah.
All these different places. Sometimes 50 people, sometimes 100 people. You might get lucky and have a couple hundred. Back then, a couple hundred. It wasn't all these crazy mega churches that you see right these days.
Yeah, my mom can blow, man. Shout out to Trina James, man. She can blow.
Queen Trina.
She goes.
Queen Trina.
Queen Trina.
Love it. Man. But that core, I think that's definitely something we all have in common. A passion and an energy that you hear from certain kinds of music. And sometimes to me, it's just a chord, like an opening chord of something. Yeah. Like, to me, it started with gospel, because that was one of the first places that I heard music in a communal environment where everybody hears that there's an emotion, there's something that it's, making you feel. And even if you don't know exactly what they're talking about, you remember the melodies, you remember the songs. Like, it's got a strong connection to you, and it's got an emotional connection. Yeah. All right, so you talked about UGK, Pocket Full of Stones.
Yeah, that was the first.
R.I.P. Pimp C. Ryan, when you think of youth and a song and something that's like a direct, strong memory for you, what would come to mind?
Well, I would say I would go two. I guess it's a 3-part thing. I think that was like the gospel piece of that for sure.
Yeah.
It was Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond.
Oh, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond were doing that thing. No weapon.
No weapon. Yes.
No weapon.
Morning, I had Baby Boy listening to that. Shout out to Jerome Brown, who is Fred Hammond on Friday night. Look at the picture. Jerome Brown looked just like Fred Hammond on Friday night.
He does.
Like Kirk Franklin is the Sunday morning version of Plies. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Oh my God!
I was wondering where you was going with this.
I knew he was gonna go to Kirk Franklin to Plies. I knew Kirk Franklin.
It was Kirk Franklin and like Fred Hammond. Those cats, I grew up on that a lot. Yeah. My family, old school Southern church. I mean, you go to church as many days as you can.
Right.
Twice on Sundays.
Yes.
Literally.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3 times. You got Sunday school, a regular service. You got an evening service. Yep. You got Bible study. You got
such and such preaching over there, so we go to see him as well.
We got to go see them afterwards. Stop in. All that stuff. I would say also, again, I'm gonna start using the statute of limitations. My dad used to play like R&B, and we weren't supposed to be playing R&B in the car when I was younger. So he used to play R&B in the car. So I was
supposed to be godly music that you listen to together.
Yeah,
spiritual.
Yeah, supposed to spiritual music.
Not that underworld music.
Yeah, my mom literally did that to me. What is that on this? Are you listening to? This is just yesterday. Yeah. I'm a grown man. She still said that, and I didn't turn the radio on. It was already on. It was just the radio.
But it's your car.
It's not my car. That's the other thing. It was their rental car. They rented the car. It was their rental car.
Hey, Mama Butler don't play.
Yeah, Mama Butler don't play, man. And then the last thing I would say is that from the South, being particularly from the Delta, B.B. King was a big influence in my family, particularly my dad's side of the family. And actually, B.B. King taught my grandfather how to drive a tractor. Wow. So they grew up really close.
Wow.
I mean, my grandfather early on was a sharecropper. He worked on basically, it's the South. We're in the Delta, real Delta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he was doing that, and B.B. King was like showing him how to do different things. They were chopping cotton together, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So like he grew up with that. I mean, even my grandfather's actually in the B.B. King Museum, which they have one. He's one of the people that were recorded telling stories about B.B.
Wow.
So that's a big part of, I guess, my identity being from the South. It's funny because I listen to him and I love his music, but I didn't grow up on him per se. But it was something about that connection to him that was like really strong and like meaningful.
But stop right there about the Delta, man. All of the music
Yeah.
Johnny Taylor, all the blues that came from the Delta. Johnny Taylor.
It's blues country, man. When people say the Delta, I say it's just blues country, man.
You know?
And they go over record at Muscle Shoals in Alabama. Like it originated there and went over to the South. It's great for those who want to nerd out about music. Dr. Henry Louis Gates made a PBS special called The Black Church, and a big part of the history of the Black Church, like from slavery up through civil rights and everything into now, and how music is this undertone and this like
communication,
the rhythm of it passing back history, like rhythms from like African slave ships, like everything, but the intense connection that it created in people, but also how gospel music as created by Black people, how it influenced every form of popular music from beyond. Like simple chords, structures, like things like that are so important, but you don't think that deep about it. Right. But when you hear a certain song, it makes you feel a certain way. That's a reason. There's always a reason for it. 100%. So for me in youth, when I think about music and just memories and song, parents got divorced. It was the late 80s, early 90s. A lot of people got divorced then. And my dad would give me kind of whatever I wanted, right? I can go hang out with him for summer because I wanted. Yeah. So this was like 97, 98. I am maybe 10 or 11 years old, and I want unedited song. I want the parental advisory. Yeah. I want that, right? Because I'm old enough now. I've been 5th grade, 6th grade. It's time. And I
Wait a minute, is that the age it's supposed to be?
Right. I decided it was. Not according to my mom. Not according to mom. Mom Dukes didn't play that.
Mama Shirley ain't play. Yeah.
And my first unedited was actually Tupac Greatest Hits. It was a Tupac Greatest Hits that had like everything on it. And at that time, I was like, you had kind of heard California Love. You had heard some of the radio stuff. But
Live and Die in L.A.
Bro, song for mama. Like this, that gave me the first appreciation of like hip hop being more than just turn up, shake, right? Because you don't know much more as a kid. You hear what's on the radio, you don't go deeper. Yeah. But then I took that home and playing it in my CD player at home.
You should have had the Walkman.
Is that also when you got your first do-rag? I feel like when you
when he came back from the South,
you got your first do-rag.
He came back from Birmingham up north.
See, every song I would have them down there and have my barber. In fact, y'all have these cool connections to music. Ruben Studdard, when when he won American Idol and had the making the video, we signed a release. I'm getting my hair cut in Birmingham, south side of Birmingham, the same time they filmed Ruben Studdard's making the video, like that day. Didn't get cut, but I signed
I'm sorry. That's the name of the song.
I'm sorry. Song. Yeah, because he's from Birmingham. He's from Birmingham. Right there. But all these, y'all had cooler connections to music. But like, that was the first time I really got to appreciate and understand the depth and just how much there was to hip hop, to Black culture that was expressed through hip hop through the Greatest Hits. And then I got in trouble. When I really got in trouble was DMX 2 years later. It's 2 years later. I'm 12 and 13 by then. I shouldn't have gotten in trouble for this, but Sheila don't play. It's dark and hell is hot. It's dark and hell is hot. Now, what's the depth with the bark? I tried to bark early.
Hold on, let me see. I'm glad you got your bark together because earlier he's like,
sound like a poodle.
It's dark and hell is hard.
Like a chihuahua.
It's kind of light and hell is cool. Like
right. Classic album, rest in peace, DMX.
Oh man.
Gosh, so music has been a big part of kind of what we've grown up with and got these strong memories and connections to it. Talk about where music kind of comes into life now. Where are either songs you play, lyrics, and like inspiration, things that
Yeah, man. I think about when I get a contract ratified now. I'm turning on that. I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. I turn to Meek Mill on.
Dreams and nightmares.
That's a win.
Dreams and nightmares.
That's a win,
Yeah.
Even now with my kids, and I'm playing like New Edition.
Yeah.
New Edition concert was the other night, and Keith Sweat, he stole the show, just FYI. But just in that moment, because there's a lot of stuff on the radio right now you can't even listen to with your kids,
Yeah.
Quite frank with you.
Yeah.
But I have to. They know those.
You know how old you sound when you just said that?
Yeah, bro. I was just about to say that. That's the same thing your mama said, bro. That's literally the same thing your mom said, bro.
I mean, we had the Drew Hills and stuff. My kids know. My kids know.
That
like
was more.
That sounds like
more than Drew.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You said the Drew Hills. Come on, bro.
My kids know. I only let them listen to
Jodeci?
80s. Man, 5 steps like.
You mean like 3 songs from them? Because the rest of them album.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But the new edition, if it isn't love, Can You Stand the Rain?
What was Cisco's most popular
song, bro?
Oh, the thong song? No, yeah, they don't even know what that is.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know if they know.
They know.
They know.
But it's those moments. It's those moments. It's those moments. It's those moments. I was telling Candace the other day, I was like, my soulfulness. And Chloe, we was in the car the other day, and Chloe was wanted to play a song, and it was a song that I really appreciated.
How cool
it
was
had
that?
a soul. It was so amazing.
That feel good?
And it felt so good. Oh, I said, I felt so good. And her coming through with the soulfulness, man.
And see, we're Hall now, 14 months, right? I'm playing music all the time. I got music, got my Sonos. Like every meal, there's something playing in the background. And certain songs, you just get
Yeah.
And for him to know and show interest in something, I cannot wait. And I'm gonna set up the tables. I want him early to understand and hear a wide range of things because I think that's important, man.
Yeah. I mean, Devin, man, Button. She's still on Baby Shark.
Okay.
But I'm very grateful that she's moved on to
original
Gracie's
Baby
Corner.
Shark. Okay, I was about to say.
We on Gracie's Corner.
Yeah.
Baby rode a boat.
Oh, it's a beat to it. Okay.
Rode a boat.
I got some cool stuff for the new kids and stuff. I'm a decade in now with kids.
Shout out to Gracie's
for the young
Corner.
thugs
Thank you
out
for
there.
your
Really?
service, bro. Thank you for your service. Yes, they got
Kids Bop. Y'all don't.
Nah, we don't need that.
It's not.
Look, they got an ABC song to the beat of "Stop and Give Me 50."
What?
Don't stop
And
and give me 50.
it's a count to 50.
Yes.
Count to give me 50. Drop and give me 50. And you count
Y'all
to 50.
got some cool. Well, you can tell how early I started. I had kids. My youngest is 10 years old. Wow. Their youngest is 2 and
1.
Newborn, 1.
Yeah. No, that was
Kids
crazy.
Bop. This ain't no Kids Bop.
No, this is not Kids Bop.
This is
They're taking popular beats, and then putting baby songs over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I wish.
That's fire. Look, next time I get to DJ, I want to play some Gracie's Corner.
You
I
should
feel
definitely
like
play
parents,
some Gracie's.
any parent
They
between
gonna get hype, bro.
Bro,
Really?
You don't know. It's that
hype.
good. It's that good. It's gonna make you happy.
man.
Make you think of your kid.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But,
Music is important. But the Gracie's Corner I think is a good example and good transition to. There is permission now. I feel like there was a time where music had to stay in its own box.
Right.
And I learned this from, as many people may know, had a DJ business, nerdy about music and all things.
DJ Beach.
I loved it, man. Music is so important, man. Life has a beat and rhythm. We have permission now to incorporate hip hop, Latin, other music that was not really allowed to be associated with business or with high levels of success or whatever. But the truth is, everybody's always listened to it. Like people have always consumed all of these types of music, but for whatever reason, like in a professional context, you weren't able to play it. And I think one of the coolest things I've been able to do through NAR, through KW, through these other groups of mostly old, mostly white people, play a little bit of bass.
Yeah.
They lose their mind, man.
Yeah.
Give them a little hype.
Give them a little hype. And they're so happy. They're like, I don't know what it was, but this event was just different.
Add a little joy to their lives, man.
Add a little joy.
Hey, you out here just adding joy to people's lives.
Yeah.
Man.
With some bass. A little bit
Well,
of
it's you create an experience.
Yes.
And if you're one of my clients and you closed on a home, our infamous, shout out to Angelo for starting this, you're gonna come and hear your favorite music. Whether it's, Afro beats, Southern hospitality music. Shout out to Cash Money. If it's, Northeast, if you're a Jay-Z fan, you're going to have a good time at your closing because that's an experience that I don't want you to forget, right? In that moment when you're signing your paperwork.
Connected to the moment, the memory, all the parts of the experience, and adding a little bit of extra fun by making sure the music is on point.
Some closings are boring.
Oh yeah,
I don't like a boring closing.
Yeah, I mean you've done all the hard work. It's time.
You're buying a home.
Fruits of the labor, man.
Yeah. And on the day of, look, there's not really much that does. And when you got a good team around you, we have checked all the variables for the day of.
Like, when we show up,
yeah,
it's time to go.
And I made the disclaimer to the attorney. Hey, we're gonna turn up in this closing. Yeah, in certain closing offices,
for sure.
Right? But this is for the client.
Consistently getting. This has to be the most fun closing I've ever been in.
How many times have you heard that, bro? How many times have you heard
This has to be the most fun closing I've ever been at. It's like, well, we do this every time. So
it's a coalition closing.
Yeah. I mean, I think, and it's funny you say that about your favorite music because I think that was part of what we even got debating on. It's like your favorite artists, your favorite music.
Yeah.
And we got some really serious, difference of opinions, some passionate, different opinions. Actually, it's only one person out of these three that don't agree with the statement.
Yes, bro. Can you please put it out there in the world?
Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper.
Our.
Lil Wayne is his favorite rapper.
Yes, indeed.
Lil Wayne is our favorite rapper. It is not his favorite rapper, and we can't understand why.
Because I just heard too much, man.
You
I've
heard
had too
too
much
much
other
what?
music in my head. I've had too many other things.
What you mean?
Lil Wayne is amazing. Lil Wayne is amazing.
Who's
Lil
your
Wayne's
favorite
amazing.
rapper?
Change the game.
Who's your favorite
Y'all
rapper?
don't clown me, but I don't care.
Yeah,
I like all types of
go ahead and say it
Yeah.
out loud. Say what you
CeeLo
chest.
Green.
He's not a rapper, bro.
Yes, he is.
See,
Not for
CeeLo
real.
Green got bars.
I
CeeLo Green got
mean-
bars. It's now, and look, there are different types of consumption. It's a different final product.
CeeLo Green, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna clown you. You
Yeah.
said
CeeLo
CeeLo
Green.
I ain't never even said that to y'all.
Oh, my
You
God.
have not said that to us in public
I even said
for
that.
a reason.
Yeah, that's why you was
That's why
ashamed.
you've never told
I'm not
us.
ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
You
Go
are
back.
ashamed. Why you didn't say it before then?
He's got a song called Soul Machine.
He got one song,
He
and
got
now he the
albums.
best.
What's that
Now he
song,
the
bro?
best rapper. Hey, how
Bro.
many albums he got?
He at least 5 or 6. I have all of them.
And how many you remember?
It's the voice he got.
No, it's the
Right
bars.
around town with the girl I
No, that's
love
you know. That's the pop.
you.
You know. That's the pop. You know,
You.
There's one
Hold
song
on,
he does
hold on.
have I really like.
bro.
That's one
Bro.
song though. I gotta look it up.
Harrison up here.
And look, all right. A disclaimer. I know he done some weird stuff. You know, hate the sin, love the sinner, whatever that thing is. Hate the whatever.
Man.
So this is not a
Yo.
full-throated endorsement saying I love CeeLo Green or the things he may or may not. Oh,
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Is that
God.
what- Oh my.
Full throw. That's a new one, bro.
Yo,
we gonna find this
where
song
you
by
be getting this stuff?
CeeLo Green. Hold up. Oh my God, man.
Bro, Beach, you been on the road today, brother. Let me tell
Hey,
you.
let me tell you,
You've been
but
on the road today.
I'm gonna send y'all. CeeLo Green is Perfect Imperfections. Is an album from 2002.
I gotta find the one CeeLo.
Y'all
Green
really
song.
know it, but it's that good.
But Lil
Okay.
Wayne though, Lil
yes,
Wayne.
yes. I'm not because look, I'm not gonna
No,
pick a
here's the
fight
thing. Here's the thing.
without more dates.
Harrison just didn't want to be like everybody else that agrees
what
that
it
Lil
was,
Wayne's
yeah.
the best. He had to go find some weird, obscure
Obscure,
album.
super.
That's like
I can't even think of a CeeLo Green album.
Nope.
can't.
What's the name?
The name of an album.
The name. None. Nobody
It
knows.
can't be your favorite artist or rapper.
I knew, his Perfect Imperfections. I knew it without looking
Name
it,
two
without
more.
looking it up. Soul Machine.
No, he gonna know the
Album?
stuff.
Yes, that's
He gonna know the names of them. Yeah, but it's just
I got
like
him.
Harrison just want to pick. He
I
want
thought
to
he
be.
just did
All right,
features.
second be Andre 3000.
Okay.
Andre 3000.
That's super
okay?
respectable.
Andre 3000.
That's that. Okay.
Ah,
And
man.
they are both from Dungeon Family. They came up together.
They are.
A
They
lot
are.
of
They are.
a lot of the content they worked
Yeah.
on together. He was in the basement in Georgia,
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Sure.
So just so I can still retain my seat.
I be forgetting that
Because
CeeLo was
I ain't gonna
with
lie
Dungeon
to
Family,
you,
though.
bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because I watched the hip hop,
CeeLo's
the
bag
evolution
is
of hip hop
deep.
on Netflix.
Because I've listened to a lot of
bag
music
is
too. I listen to a lot of different languages. I
Yeah.
like music in Spanish. I like music in Portuguese and French.
Mhm.
But CeeLo Green is definitely not the best rapper alive.
I'm gonna send y'all some of this stuff. You will be, but we're gonna bump
Mo-
up from a total body of work standpoint. CeeLo is very impressive. From just
He can be
strictly
impressive.
rapping,
I agree.
just strictly rapping, I'd have to say Andre over Lil Wayne.
Okay. I mean, if you said that, I'm not mad at you for saying that. I can see how you can.
I'm not gonna
say
get
that.
kicked out now.
No,
You're gonna kick me off the
you're
island?
still a part of the friendship.
Question.
I just think that especially for like especially for like me and Keith, the music and your mood go together, right?
Yeah.
And kind of like that whole like Lil Wayne
Yeah.
was like 2004,
Yeah.
you know,
Skating
all the way up
ring.
to pretty much like probably 2009,
Yeah.
right before Drake came out.
Yeah.
Basically, they came.
Yeah,
I mean, he
together.
pretty
He
much
passed
yeah.
the torch. Yeah.
passed the
Passed the
torch.
torch.
Mhm.
I mean, it was Wayne.
It was Wayne,
It
man,
was
on
Wayne.
every track, man.
And his work ethic in terms of how much he put out, like that's
It was very-
unrivaled.
it was
Mixtape. I
very-
mean, he was
yeah,
just
for sure.
recording nonstop.
But I just think like even with that or like, you know, just it was grind season. That was like grind music back
Yeah.
in the day, like
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
out the
You
mud.
trying to get
grind
out.
music.
We building it.
I was trying to make it out of Mississippi at that
For
time,
sure, for
man. I
sure.
was trying to get out. Like,
I was trying to get
I
out
mean,
of college.
man.
I was struggle busting it, boy.
Made it though.
and
Hey,
was-
got that degree.
Made it.
Made it.
Also, you was broke. Like all
So
these different
broke.
things
So
together, and it's like you had like Jeezy, you had Wayne.
Oh, 05, Jeezy.
Hey, when
Jeezy
Jeezy
was
came,
special.
hey,
Jeezy was
Jeezy
special.
came
and Mr.
out.
November, DJ
Hey.
Drummer.
Oh, DJ
Oh.
Drama. Yeah. DJ
That was
Drama.
05. What was that? Not Air Forces. What was that first album that DJ Drummer and Jeezy put out? That was man.
Thug Motivation. No, not Thug Motivation.
101.
Man.
Man, this is important.
This is very important.
DJ Drama did so much for the community, though.
So much, yeah.
And they tried to put that man in jail.
Yeah. Over what?
They were basically the top like music people were.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, for sure. No, that was a real thing.
They picked them up and everything.
Yeah, they picked them up.
Gangsta Grillz album.
That was Lil Wayne.
Grizzlies.
No, that was Lil Wayne.
He just said that on every. He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trap or Die.
Grizzlies.
Trap or Die.
Yeah.
It was
Trap
Trap or
04.
Die.
Yeah.
It was 04. Man, get your mind right. Trap or Die.
There was a great. It was a clip of Jeezy circulating recently where he was talking about his ad lib on Kanye Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yeah.
And he's saying how he gave that
hot.
song up. Yeah.
And can I be vulnerable?
Yeah, we can't. Say it.
Kanye West is my favorite artist of all time. He has done some things that have made me not like him recently.
Yeah.
He's hurt me. And
Hurt
I
a lot of
remember
people.
he hurt a lot of people. He hurt me. He cut me deep. And I just, he has a track on one of his albums that says I miss the old Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let you guys know. I'm say it with a straight face. I really miss the old Kanye.
Yes, bro.
College Dropout.
Can we still appreciate? Can we still appreciate his old music, or is it still too fresh for him messing up for us to say?
I can appreciate his old music.
Sunday service. Can
That's a classic. I was listening to that this morning.
I listen to it every Sunday morning.
Yeah, every Sunday morning. But I really miss him, man. I really miss him.
I know y'all would like hype on the rap and stuff, but if I'm being honest, when I was younger, I
Mm-hmm.
was an R&B guy.
Okay.
I only really listened to R&B.
Okay.
And my favorite artist is actually kind of probably similar to Harrison. Is not something you would expect, though. I think some people could agree regionally, but Cisco's actually my favorite artist.
Cisco's a good artist, man.
Cisco's my favorite artist.
Yeah, I mean, it's Drew Hill.
But Cisco solo or Drew Hill?
Yeah.
Both. I think Cisco's
it
albums
was
were
his
actually
features.
fantastic. But his actually, if you listen to Enter the Dragon, Return of the Dragon, I mean, it's not Enter the Dragon, Unleash the Dragon. Sorry.
You like the thong song?
Nah, it's not even thongs. It's some other stuff on there that's like more like sappy and like super songy and stuff like that.
Beauty?
You know, my favorite
That's
song of all time, R&B song of all time, is by Drew Hill.
5 Steps?
5 Steps. We were 5 steps.
Yeah.
Tell me. Tell me. Now, all right, I'm gonna go deeper for R&B. Playa, Playa. Y'all remember them? You know who they are at all?
Mm-mm.
Produced by Timbaland. Had Static Major, who was a member of that.
Rest in
he
peace, Static.
produced
Lollipop. Yeah.
and a bunch of other tracks. He was a member of Playa, Playa. That song was Cheers to You. They had an album, it was like 2001, 2. That's one of the most represented, thought about, but like you listen to that was some quality, like late 90s, early 2000s. The harmony was still with a little bit of extra bass, because I feel like there was that era of, and this was like the precursor to your Pretty Rickies, your Jacquees, like there was I mean, Jodeci started the like gangster R&B, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Like where I'm like,
P. Diddy brought him in, he changed that gear up at that time, early 90s.
Thug.
He played a thug role.
Yeah,
like he
had
definitely
braids
played
to the
it. He had
half.
braids,
Nah,
had
he
the
was
hat.
gyrating too much to be. I mean, like I feel like Jodeci was gyrating, but that was like, I'm just trying to hump you and turn you on. Genuine was more like a, oh man, I'm gonna get the girls hype. Like no, I feel like I didn't think Genuine actually had like a pistol on him. Whereas Jodeci, like I feel like that was real.
So this is your favorite R&B artist, player? You said player?
Player, R&B group.
R&B group player. Okay.
So
artists,
for me, Cisco has a song called Incomplete.
Oh yeah.
That's like a classic song.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
And then I would say that, I mean, he's my favorite artist because I think I just resonated with his music. I don't think he's the best artist. I just think he's my favorite artist. Mm-hmm. But I would say favorite artist, I mean, I'd say best artist in the last 20 years. I mean, for R&B, you got to go, it's really one or two. And you kind of know who they are, right? It's either Ursha or C Breezy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
For like top 2 R&B male artists now.
Usher.
Female artists, it's a whole different
whole
thing.
different
I mean, you got Beyonce, like it's tough to go past her. But for male artists, just think about like last 20 years.
Last 20 years.
Yeah, period.
Yeah, Usher, yeah.
Usher and Chris Brown.
They got hits.
Look, I got in a debate with Lindsay.
Put them together. They should be on what's the thing
Versus.
called?
Versus.
They should be on Versus. Like that's the only.
But look, track for track though, Usher, because I said Justin Timberlake versus Usher, who sold more, who actually sold more. It wasn't even close. Usher killed JT, and JT's had a lot. Yeah. But Usher, like, because you got
Usher's also been around. Like, I feel like he kept.
No, they were around the same time, bro. They were around the same time.
No. I'm saying like currently, like Usher's still like
right,
making music. Justin Timberlake,
JT,
is,
2019.
I got a vinyl from him. He's still
2020, the 2020 whatever. Or that was like right before.
Yeah, like
and I kind of send the JT pop and mostly, he
they
came
sell
from
a lot of records.
He came from pop culture first though.
They sell a lot of records in pop.
So I don't really think 100. They're gonna sell more records in pop. That's why I thought it was JT.
No,
because he was in pop first, like Britney, JT, Christina Aguilera, all those.
But that's where like Rihanna went crazy because of her Calvin Harris, because international appeal. Like Usher with the house music that he was doing too, with his David Guetta, the other samples, and Chris Brown too. Like they've all touched it.
Can we agree that Usher, 7 o'clock on the dot is like the most sing-along song of all time?
Of all time. It probably is though. It really is.
That was fun when that was going viral a couple months ago when people walk in. It's like, it's 7 o'clock.
On the dot.
Yeah, I'm in my drop top,
cruising the streets.
Hey.
Oh man, bro.
That's like the most.
And people were like, people didn't know that.
Yeah.
They were like 7 o'clock. Is it? No, it's only 3:30.
It's not 3:15. What you talking about?
Yeah, he's still going viral though. His Tiny Desk was amazing.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Desk
I'm going to his concert. Like I'm going to
yeah.
Usher concert.
Of course.
Hey.
Of course.
Watch it. Oh. Tiny Desk. Can we talk about live music real quick?
Oh,
that's something that I feel like as embedded in us from growing up in church, like the energy you got from a full Southern gospel
make you want to shout
band. I'm talking bassist, drums. We didn't really have horns. Did you have horns
in your
church?
No.
I feel like you'd have guitar, drums,
sax
always piano, piano, and the organ.
It was like the sax man. The sax man would go around.
Go around different.
The sax and the horns.
Horns were like rare to not.
Yeah.
But like, man, live music, dude. When someone can do it live,
right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's different.
For sure.
My first concert, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. My first concert was in London at the O2 Arena. Yeah, I was. It was about 10 years ago. I didn't go to concerts growing up.
Wow.
About 10 years ago, I went to the Watch the Throne concert. My first ever concert, live concert.
Oh, in Paris. Oh man, when it drops,
yeah. And I wasn't even a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah.
Ray, my close friend, he was a Jay-Z fanatic.
Yeah,
Jay-Z fanatic.
That'll make you a
I was a Lil Wayne fan, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But when I got there, I don't know if they had chemicals in the air or what. They had me throwing up the rock like I was in the group, And I became a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah, for sure.
I was a Kanye fan on the Watch the Throne, but that turned me into I went to go get all the Reasonable Doubt, Hard Knock Life.
See, I was
that American Gangster Jay-Z album is special.
It is special. Yeah. It's a classic.
It's special, but Kanye was producing on it with him too.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like we generally talking about the men, but like when I think about it, the people I listened to most on the R&B were probably women.
Yeah,
like Whitney Houston.
Yeah. You saw her live?
No.
Oh,
I'm saying that's like I've watched her live perform, like the recorded live.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, like looking at some of these, like we weren't there, but they got the videos, and I can only imagine the energy.
Yeah.
But I look at people like when I watched back, it was like Whitney Houston did amazing, and then actually Bob Marley. Watching Bob Marley's live recording of his concerts and stuff.
Special. Yeah. Listen to Bob Marley and the Wailers live 87, 88. Or no, wait, no. That's too late. There was a Bob Marley live album my stepdad played for me.
Yeah.
Bro, it's better than like studio quality stuff. Like live is so good.
We're forgetting about one person. Who's the king of pop?
Well, that's the debate now. Because which
Michael
one
Jackson?
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
I mean, who else is left?
Who else other than the king of pop?
Two Stepping in the Name of Love.
Purple.
Oh, Prince.
Right.
Oh, Prince. Yeah.
That's not king of pop.
Bro, he's a pop. He's
what?
Pop,
Michael
bro.
Jackson.
They were both a wide range.
They
Michael
were
was like
enemies. Y'all
they
heard
weren't
that story?
enemies. They beef. Michael Jackson had a beef. Yeah.
And Prince had a beef. They talk about how they were supposed to be on some songs together.
Yeah.
And Prince walked in, heard what the verses were and all this stuff like that, and then he got up and walked out. He was like, "No, I'm not gonna be on that."
Savage, man.
And Prince and Michael, they did not like each other.
But the live
can you
music.
imagine be like, "Hey, Prince, you want to be on this video with me together?
No, Michael, I'm not thinking this is gonna work with my vibe, my music.
You know what, Prince? I'm tired of all of this. You think you're better than everybody?
I know I am.
John, get him out of my sight.
But man, people literally passed out at their concert.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
yeah.
Like Eddie Kane.
oh, Eddie Kane, 5 Heartbeats.
5 Heartbeats.
I so wanted them to be a real group.
But look, that's the power of music, bro. The power of music.
Actually, what's fantastic about that is I think like when you think about certain movies that like they were actually like artists.
Oh, the 5 Heartbeats,
The 5 Heartbeats is one of them. Like that whole album.
Robert Townsend in that movie, man. Robert Townsend.
Like they did their thing on that album. No matter how hard. I was listening to that joint like
that's an amazing soundtrack.
So good.
We ain't finished.
That's an amazing
We ain't finished.
And even now to like some of the new seasons of like what 50's doing with BMF, that music
going back to the era,
Raising Kanan, all that stuff, Power. The music that he has as a soundtrack on those episodes are amazing.
But I want to leave your question about live music because I got a great story for my first concert experience.
Yeah,
at the Birmingham.
We already
Jefferson.
know yours gonna be ratchet because you was listening to all kinds of rated R music.
Rated R,
like
thank you, Herb. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Pops.
Yeah.
Oh, Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center in Birmingham, Alabama, 1998. No, 99. Would have been 99. Would have been 99.
11 years old.
5.
No, 13 years old.
12. Okay. I ain't turned 13 yet. Rough Riders tour. So that's Rough Riders with DMX and Hot Boys and Cash Money opening for them.
For the 99.
For the 99 and the 2000.
Wow.
Okay.
Man. And can I say this?
How did your dad let you in this?
My cousin, shout out to Shatika. My older cousin
did you
Shatika.
get in?
My cousin Shatika. And I was large. I was a big kid. I was like big, so whatever. I don't know. They guess they ain't stopped. Yeah, how did I get in?
Yeah, how did you get in?
How was I there?
Aren't you supposed to be like? I guess you can go with a parent, but you still got to be a certain age. It's kind of like
she
a movie.
was over 18. I think she was over 18 at that time. Yeah.
Bro, and did you get a chance to listen to the greatest love song of all time?
Wait a minute.
No. Here's what happened.
Before you go there, go ahead.
Because this is BJCC in 98, 99, Rough Riders go, it's all hype. We there, like they barking and all the dogs and all that. As the greatest love song of all time drops, because remember what happens in the video to that? Oh yeah. And they bring women on stage.
Wait a minute.
And are pouring water.
What?
What's the greatest love song of all time, Keith James?
Back that ass up. Back that ass up.
Whenever you hear the piano,
hey, Manny Fresh, I don't know what was going on, but like the way he created the strings to that track.
Special.
Man, it was something that we had in the South when that came out, when that dropped.
To this day.
To this day.
You hear it. Like, come on, man.
I mean, if this played right now,
you would go grab a wall. You can't stand still.
If we put a microphone out this window right now, people in this park will be turned around, turned up.
You want to talk about what will end racism? Play back that thing up loud anywhere and everywhere. Everybody, come
Every
on,
time
man.
someone have beef, just press play.
Bro, it's the greatest love song of all time. I wonder how many people have gotten married off Back that ass up in the club.
I don't know if they was
married,
getting married.
They had kids though. It's
they definitely had kids. You said love, not marriage. That's a good point.
Okay, so it's BJCC. The intro drops on it, and everybody's like losing it because it's building the South. You know, that type of hip hop started in the South and made it up north. It hadn't made it up here yet. Wow. It hadn't made it up here yet. But security, concert, South. Somebody throws something, like the women just start getting up on stage. They just start doing it. I'm losing my mind. Like, whoa.
At 12.
What is going on? Yeah. Somebody throws something up on stage. Somebody throws something back. Melee, fighting, blood. All this, every music stops. Light goes all the way up. And my cousin, and we're up above. We're not on the floor. We're not in the pit. We're up above. She's like, stay here. We're going to let everything go out.
Yeah.
There was no gunshots or anything. It was fighting and leaving. The lights were like, there's blood on the ground and everything. Wow. So I didn't get to hear all of Back That Ass Up. I only got to hear about a minute and a half before it all got shut down and the concert was
think
over.
It's because in addition to it being the greatest love song of all time, it might be the greatest jealousy song of all time. What probably happened.
That's facts.
So my girl got dragged off stage and Lil Wayne walked up behind a slim.
Drop it like it's hot.
Somebody saw that woman leave them they came down and the bouncers or whatever security said, you. And then they left, and she looked back at him like,
The hot boys, when the hot boys, they needed a hot girl, and I answered the call.
Yeah, they picked me.
And you talk about now Birmingham, Alabama, right? You know, shout out to Gucci Mane from Bessemer, Alabama. Gucci Mane, right? Good music. But talk about like, can you talk about like the business owners of like the Cash Money, like Baby, you know?
Oh, bro.
Then, like they were some amazing at that time, you know. Amazing business owners, man.
For sure.
Inspired originally by Master P. Master P.
Master P, yeah.
Master P really started that Louisiana enterprising. All
shout out to No Limit, man.
Oh, bro, No Limit.
No Limit. But I would say shout out to Prince and Michael, right? Okay. Because they were the ones that kind of came. I think kind of like R&B and hip hop. There was like a generation who were like pure artists and didn't understand the business side. And then there were people like Michael and Prince, they come
own their catalog,
own their own catalogs.
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean, Michael, I believe, you know, correct me if I'm wrong on the internets, but I'm pretty sure that Michael Jackson estate makes like $100 million a year
because he bought the Beatles catalog.
Yeah,
because he bought the Beatles.
He was acquiring multiple catalogs.
Yeah.
Was Beatles
assets.
He was
buying
assets. Like music assets, and even right now to this day, like in this day, in the last 3 or 4 years, we're seeing all of these artists sell their catalogs to private equity firms.
Yeah,
they're selling their
acknowledge the value of it because there's a new digital permanent monetization
100%.
structure. And I'm gonna let you finish, but you know who is the music business savant of our era?
Of our era.
Of the digital music era?
Oh, I already know what you're about to say.
Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy.
From
South Haven, Mississippi, too. Shout out to Mississippi.
Soulja Boy.
South Haven,
100%.
Look, this is that intersection. Look, the intersection of business and opportunity and like finding a space to be like, yo, I'm going to screw this.
We used to call him the Young Baby. You know, when he came out.
He did it.
He did it, man.
Well,
YouTube kept ownership of all of his assets, the production, the
and the quality. If you go, even to this day, if you listen to the original
the enhancer of video.
It don't matter how bad the quality is; it's still hype. You play that first chord to crank that. Come on, man. Anybody around our age is gonna get up.
Yeah. But the cool thing is, you talked about Michael and Prince. You know who they talked to? It was Ray Charles.
Oh yeah.
Ray Charles was the first.
Yeah.
You know, and talking about owning your masters, he was the ultimate.
Yeah,
he said, you know, I'm not performing. I need mine.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
And so,
we can't bring up Ray Charles without talking about one of the best all-around performers of all time, Jamie Foxx. Come on, bro. Jamie Foxx, his library.
He can imitate anybody.
He can imitate and making his own music too.
Like
musically,
Miss Independent.
Musically.
He's super talented.
Yeah.
He is one of my favorite artists that didn't make it.
Somebody didn't make it.
He didn't make it
as a musician.
He went gold and platinum.
Did you listen to his music?
Yes. Early, like even before Blame It on the Goose. I went platinum.
You, Jamie Foxx.
All right, we about to take an intermission right now.
Jamie Foxx didn't make it.
No. He's got all these.
You saying he didn't make it?
I'm saying like his albums, just like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy got albums too.
As a singer, he has 3 multi-platinum releases. One from '94, 2005, Unpredictable, and 2008, Intuition.
Unpredictable.
They went platinum.
Yeah, bro.
Yes. The '94 one going platinum did platinum have a different rule back in '94?
They might have been. They might have changed it. But I just don't remember. Like, I mean, that's great and all. I think part of it's because he's like just like Will Smith.
Yeah,
gets platinum too. Like, he's great, but it's
just
not
like Will Smith gets platinum. Don't sleep on Will Smith musically.
No, Will Smith. What?
Wait, what were you about to say?
Yeah, what were you about to say?
You were downplaying.
Yeah, I didn't let you
finish. Yeah, you mentioned. No, did you read his book?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was fascinating how he talked about how he pretty much generated the publicity for it, right?
Yes.
Right.
Because he was like, all right, I got a movie, and then from the movie, I'm gonna have an album, so it's all gonna play together. So he was basically making sure that both his movie and his album was successful, or the TV show too. The TV and the movies, and like so, all 3 of those things were like playing off each other. He's like, he came out with a big movie, he came out with an album, and everybody gonna listen to the album, or he wrote the album for the movie, right, or something like that.
Shout out to Will, man. Go listen to that book. That's the best. Go listen to it. Don't just read it. You got to listen to the Audible.
Listen to the Audible, and don't smack your friends.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. Disclaimer.
Go to therapy. Go to therapy in advance and work through your stuff.
He been going to therapy. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he was
and stay off the red table talk.
Yeah, don't go.
Or just don't marry Jada. Like I don't know. Sorry. Like I know that was his partner.
That's
the love of his life. That's the love of his life. But ooh.
Or
everything that good to you ain't good for you.
Or stay away from August Alsina. You can stay away from it.
Man, but
oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we need to wrap this up. We could talk about this for hours.
Oh yeah,
we could talk about this for hours. Oh my goodness. Oh, live music. Do you have any live music experiences?
Yeah.
That's
if I'm being honest, my favorite live music experiences are actually people that I'm connected to.
Okay.
So my great aunt has one of the most fantastic voices I've ever heard, and so I have a lot of singers and stuff in my family too. They're really good. And then I got two cousins. One is my first cousin, one is my second cousin. My great aunt's granddaughter, and then my aunt's my mom's sister's daughter. And they did a duet. They duet together, and it's just amazing. Yeah. It's fascinating to think about the voices they have could be.
Yeah.
It literally
elite,
could,
world
yeah,
elite.
for sure. Yeah. It's funny, actually. One of shout out to her, but one of my cousin's videos from her high school, because even the high school my family went to
last week,
I mean, they get millions of views.
Yeah.
So she sang the her song, I forget the name of the song. Best part.
Yeah.
By
Daniel
her.
Caesar.
Yep, and Daniel Caesar, and she was did the soprano part,
cover,
right, a cover on that, and there was millions of views on that video.
Yeah.
And I had friends who watched it and didn't know, and they were like, she tore that thing down.
She did.
I'm like, that's my I'm
family.
looking.
That's
I'm
actual family.
I didn't even know. I didn't even see it. And they were like, I was like, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
That's I grew up with her. That's my little cousin. So it's just those are the people to me that I would rather watch perform anything, because I have the personal connection to them. Bro, I like to see them like that.
It's funny you say that. The only person that has ever made me cry listening to them was my mom.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah.
In church. It's different. It hits different.
And I'm going to be an asshole, because I got a lot of people I know in life that invite me or want me to consume their music. And if it's just not good, I can't not. Y'all got people that are actually they are elite. They can sing well themselves, and their families can sing well. Love my family. Love my friends. I don't have nobody in my circle. I'm just saying.
His eyes when
I saw it coming.
Yeah. He was going through the list of people.
But look, but we've all been there. We had someone that was either trying to rap or trying to sing and wanted you to support him. I'll go to the show. I'll buy your record. But it's the thing, there's just the gap. It's almost like elite athletes, right? There's people that are so good, but the ones that actually make it have either elite timing or such special physical ability, whole package, production. It's a combination, and some people just don't have it. And some that do, just their timing is off, or they don't have the right support or opportunity behind it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think some people have the talent, but they don't have the other stuff.
Right.
And we know that's a really big thing about it. My cousin, I don't know if they would have had the armor you have to put on to even deal with that. Because I'm I don't want that life.
No.
Right.
That life, I don't know about that, man. I like singing and stuff like that, but I don't want to get famous off it because it's just crazy out there.
Right.
So,
and then distribution, the music business stuff, now there is an infrastructure for somebody to just be good, go viral, and have it out there. But that's new as of the last 7 or 8 years. If you didn't have that before, you relied on getting found or getting American Idol or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Hey, Keith.
What's up?
Did you ever sing a song for your mama? Performing a song
oh, of course.
I did a song for Mama.
Yeah, of course.
In front of school. Talent show.
Mm-hmm.
I did Song for Mama by Boyz II Men.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that right there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I every 5th and 6th grade year at the end of the school year, me and two of my homies, we would sing It's So Hard to Say Goodbye on stage.
Yeah, did that too. Yeah, for sure. Even in high school.
Next episode, we gotta get both of y'all to sing. Ryan sang at his wedding. I saw it. And it was very good. He hit the note. He hit the note.
Ryan
hit the notes.
Ryan can hold it.
And look, I'm an asshole. We admitted this. I would say if he wasn't good.
That was a long time ago, man. If you don't use it, you lose it.
You only gonna catch me in the car. That's it.
Yeah, no, Keith got a nice tone too. The kiddos do too, man.
Yeah,
so
Kenley
does.
Yeah, Kenley
for sure.
does.
I don't know. I haven't heard Chloe yet, but
she can hold it to him for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, she can hold it to him for sure.
Oh man, so much. All right. So,
this is
fellas,
fun. This is fun.
It
I
was
had
amazing.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, let's leave folks right now with first thing that comes to your mind, a song that you can't get out of your head right now that you're thinking about. What's something that lets people know what's in Keith James' head musically right now?
Ah, man. It's funny because it's the Lil Uzi Vert. I just want to rock.
Hey, that's because that's what he's doing.
Well, look, and why?
Man, I hear it everywhere. Number one, and the dance to it, and because of you as
You
well.
got a meme from Harrison.
A meme. You have a meme that went viral online of the Lil Uzi Vert. I just want to rock. But like at first, I did not like that song, but it just kind of grew on me. And when that beat dropped, man, it just makes me feel a certain type of way.
Ooh. Yeah,
you know?
Energy.
Yeah. Energy.
All right, Ryan, song in your head right now.
You go. I'm gonna go last because I got to think of something. I got to think what's right now.
All right, I love world music. I love things from all over. Right now, Diplo and Miguel's "Don't Forget My Love" is one of my favorites, just because of the build-up, the melody. Like, I love house music in a lot of ways because of the chords, progressions, and melodies, which are much like gospel and other R&B. It's just got like heavier house beats behind it. So Diplo can do no wrong. Love you, Diplo. You make amazing music, and thank you for all that you do for this world musically. And Ratchet stuff on social media is very entertaining too.
Let's see. What have I been listening to? Oh, you know what? Actually, the song that's on top of mind I've been listening to recently, "Under the Influence," Chris Brown. And so that came out a few years ago.
Yeah, but it's just coming back.
But,
yeah, it's coming.
Well, it's because he just made a video for it, I think.
I'm hearing it again. I'm wondering why.
So yeah, that's the thing I've been looking. That was like and it was a really well produced video. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. It's fantastic. Yeah.
All right, friends, thank you so much for jumping into this conversation. And I'm going to make the commitment from all of us. We're going to redo the Coalition Spotify playlist. We're going to share and have for when this is released. Give you a little bit of sense of the vibe that we hear musically. You can follow at All Blends Perfectly on social media, at All Blends Perfectly. Follow this gentleman at Keith James Realtor. Follow Ryan at Ryan Butler Hoya. I am at HL Beach, and Coalition Properties is at Coalition Properties. We appreciate you so much for joining in. We'll catch you next time on All Blends Perfectly.